Hi everybody, Dr. K here, the Essential Musician, and as usual, the first post or the first live of every month is about doTERRA's monthly deals. So I want to bring this around to a theme, and this is all about supporting yourself for back to school. My Canadian followers are like, we don't go back to school till next month. I know, but listen, we got to get ahead of the shopping, right? And the supports, especially now. And by supports, I'm talking about supports for your health management and your emotional wellness, because those are both really deeply needed right now, right? So yes, there are doTERRA deals. Here's what I want you to think about as I'm going through the deals, because the deals are there to really support you in your back to school or back to work in person or both situation, especially if you're like me and you work at a school, right? Back to academia, back to the classroom. So let's start with a really great bundle that they put together for us, which really, I'm going to be getting a bundle for each of my kids probably. So, and I don't have all the things because I've been using things and I don't have them all. Anyway, so there's one bundle that uses the On Guard health immune system support blend. So, and what we have is hand soap. So you get 2 bottles of the hand soap and a foaming pump. Now it's this bottle, but with a black top. It's nicer. This is a bit of a Frankenstein. So 2 bottles of this, 1 of these empty, and 1 of these fills this twice. Okay, so it's basically 4 full of that. Really great home foaming hand soap, which is what is the most recommended for getting at the cooties. And the On Guard hand sanitizer. I need to talk about this because the sanitizer, there are 3 of them in the pack. The sanitizer won't strip the skin off your hands, and super important if you have anyone around you with respiratory irritation issues. I grew up in a home that had to be scent free because my mom had all the problems. And I don't have respiratory issues, but even our house is so fragrance free now that even if someone goes out to a store and uses the hand sanitizer, as soon as they walk in the door, I'm like, you used the sanitizer, didn't you? Because you can smell it, and it even triggers headaches in me. This stuff doesn't. I've used it around people who are like, oh, everything smelly gives me headaches and makes me wheeze. It doesn't. It doesn't. So if that concerns you, consider this. Also, if you're a pianist or use your hands and you don't want them to dry out because that stuff's nasty, this won't dry out your hands. It's great. And I can't even show you the third thing because I don't know where they are, because I brought them on a trip and now I don't know where they are. A box of 20 individually wrapped On Guard wipes. Those are the only things I use on my piano. I don't share my piano at home, so I don't need them at home. The only things I use on my piano. If you're traveling, use it to wipe down the surfaces. Put them in your kids' lunch bags for when they're eating lunch and you want them to, sanitize their space. It's really a great combo, and it's on for sale on a special price, $70 Canadian, 50 US wholesale. Okay, it's everything you need. So 3 sanitizer, basically 2 bottles or 4 bottles of hand soap, and a box of wipes. It's awesome. Okay, free product of the month is Motivate Touch. I don't have a Motivate Touch. I did. It's disappeared, but I have regular Motivate. So Motivate Touch means it's diluted with coconut oil for quick application. Okay, for topical application. That's how you know that it's diluted with coconut oil, because it says touch on it. Now, it smells like a chocolate mint and a chocolate orange had a baby. Smells really good. Don't be fooled. This is a productivity knockout. So if there's something you need to get done and you're overwhelmed, if your to-do list is a mile long, I have my favorite oily combos for tackling this problem. Motivate is up there. Okay, so it's not this version, it's the roller bottle version, so you can take it with you. Also, it's got rosemary in it, which I love for memory support, peppermint for clean burning energy, clementine, so always a citrus in the magic combo, right? So this one has clementine, and then something to manage anxious, stressful feelings. And in Motivate, there's Melissa. I like frankincense if I'm doing my home brew, but Melissa is like kick it up a notch. So, and there's a couple other little goodies in here. Motivate, get stuff done. And pro tip, because of the peppermint in it, if you're suffering a little, then you can roll that right on your temples. It'll help that too. It's free if you're a loyalty rewards customer. Talk to me if you want to know how to get it free. Okay. 15% off this month is spearmint. I'm a huge fan of the mints for productivity. Again, productivity, focus. There's nothing better than the mints and rosemary. Okay. Spearmint is awesome because it is like peppermint's smoother cousin. I'm like peppermint all the way, all the time, but every once in a while I want to change it up. Spearmint's great. It's delicious in water, beautiful in the diffuser. I saw a diffuser blend I'm going to try. I can't remember the drops, but it would probably be 2 each of spearmint, lime, and pink pepper. Nice. So, again, you know what? It smells exactly like spearmint gum. Like, exactly. Totally, completely. Like the kind in the silver wrapper. It's exactly that, because you know what? There's only spearmint in here. There's nothing else. So this is great. It's a strong enough aroma that if you're trying to anchor an aroma with a habit, this is a really good one to use. Motivate too. But this one's really present. So, for example, there was a study. I was attending a workshop, a piano examiner workshop today, and someone brought up the study that showed students who were studying and they were able to chew spearmint gum. And then they were allowed to chew the same kind of gum in the test. And against the control group where they didn't have the gum scored significantly lower than the gum group. And I'm wondering whether it was the chewing of the gum or whether it was the aroma and the taste of the gum. Because I don't think that was explicitly stated. It was just chewing the gum. But I'm pretty sure it was the aroma of gum. Okay, so the limbic system of the brain houses memory and emotion at the same time. If you want to anchor how you feel and what you're doing to be able to recall it later, spearmint is a good one to use because it will anchor that. It's a strong enough connection and it's sports focus. Spearmint, don't underestimate it. Oh, also, if you're into the energetic properties of oils, if you're needing to speak or perhaps sing, put a little bit over the throat. It's supposed to open that up. I don't know. That's what people say who know these things. Okay, now, then we get into some limited edition things. Start with Stronger, and it's Stronger is usually in the kids' collection in diluted touch format for topical application. But every once in a while, they release this beauty as an undiluted oil blend that you can diffuse. And this, it's like an On Guard substitute in its function, but it doesn't smell anything like On Guard. It's rose, litsea, cedarwood, and frankincense. So if you know anything about those oils, frankincense for anxious feelings and focus, cedarwood for grounding the emotions, rose for emotional support. Just, someone once said you just feel like grandma gave you a hug with rose. Like it's stellar. And immune system, like it's a knockout. And litsea, I forget what that does, but it smells really good. It's sort of lemongrassy. It smells really nice. Just put like 4 drops in the diffuser. You don't need much. This is awesome. Diffuse it when you get home from work or in your office if you can get away with that. When the kids get home from school, diffuse it. If you have a studio where you're receiving students in person again, if you can diffuse, this is a good one to use. You can use On Guard. You can use this. And you can use our next one, which is also limited edition. We've had this one before, Harvest Spice. Now this one is similar to On Guard. It's really spicy because there's cassia and cinnamon in it. Cassia or cassia is, I think it's Chinese cinnamon. It's really strong. So it's very cinnamony. I forget what else is in here, but it's got that like intense, yummy apple pie, cinnamony apple pie smell, aroma. It's really nice. Kind of like mulled wine. Beautiful for when the weather starts to get a little bit cooler and you're starting to think about cracking out the sweaters, that's when you want to use this. And it's awesome. Use that in the same way that you would use On Guard. I don't think you can ingest it though. Okay, and those are the deals that are available in both Canada and US. So all the supports, emotional support and wellness support, you've got it all there. Okay, emotional support, I highly recommend Stronger from this collection. Okay, also one added one, the excuse me, in the US market only, available to Canadians if you go through the US market. If you purchase the limited edition red and yellow mandarin, limited edition, 100% of the purchase cost goes to the Healing Hands Foundation, which, they're doing important work, friends. And it's not proceeds, it's 100% of the cost is donated to Healing Hands. Please look up Healing Hands Foundation and their incredibly important foundational work. Days for Girls, Operation Underground Railroad, really, really, really important things, etc., etc. Okay, so let's talk about the oils, why you might want them. Again, emotional support and productivity. So if you need to get stuff done, what's really great is either one of those with spearmint. So spearmint for focus, productivity, concentration. The citruses are all mood lifters. So it's nice. We have a bunch of citruses, so it's nice to have some options, right? Just to change it up a little bit. And pairing a citrus with a mint, throw a little rosemary in there. Any of that combination is going to help you get stuff done and stay focused on what you need to do. So let's talk about how they smell. We also have a green mandarin, which is in the regular stock. The green mandarin, basically they're all from the same fruit, right? And it's just different stages of ripeness. So the green mandarin, which is not on sale this month, is in its, the way it looks, it's the unripe state. It smells really flowery. It's the most flowery of the three. Yellow is somewhere in between. So it's citrusy and flowery together. It's really nice. And then the red mandarin, it's like, oh yeah, you're just eating a mandarin. It's really strong and zesty. So, I could see maybe using the red mandarin mid-afternoon, like 2 o'clock, when you've got that slump, throw some red mandarin and spearmint together in the diffuser. Perfect. And then you'll just get that little boost of energy, and you won't necessarily have to go and spend $5 on a sugary latte, right? Though I love my sugary lattes. Okay, that's the whirlwind through. Now, again, remember, these are not just really lovely smelling things. These are things that can really support your health and your emotional well-being. So all of the on-guard products, especially if you're back in the classroom, especially if you're opening up your studio again, you got people around you, these are non-toxic, fragrance-free. Yes, they have an aroma because that's how the plant smells, but there's no chemical fragrances in these things. They're not likely to trigger, you gotta be careful, they're not likely to trigger asthmatic reactions in people, because I've been around people that say that it will happen and it doesn't. The hand sanitizer, I can't recommend it highly enough because it doesn't strip the skin off your hands. The wipes, awesome, clean off your pianos and your music stands and all that shared stuff, anything that you're sharing with anybody else. You don't want to be touching anything else. Use the On Guard wipes, and they're biodegradable. They are individually wrapped though. And then all the other mints and citruses and the productivity just support, superstars. Let me know if you have any questions. You know where to find me. If you want to get going, if you have someone who's already supporting you, please talk to them. Otherwise, hey, have an awesome week and best of luck with your whole back to school prep. Thanks for tuning in.